everybody, Adam Savage in my cave alongside Claire and Mel from Hasbro, and I'm burying the lead. Here is Grogu in the house. You guys, this is amazing.
Thank you. I think he needs to say hi, though.
Guys, this is your animatronic Grogu. The public gets to see this for the first time at San Diego Comic-Con, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even know where to start. This is so, oh my God, he's walking. He literally lifted his little leg. Okay.
He's excited to be here.
I'm so excited to see him here. This
Ready
is
for his big
incredible.
Don't wander off, let it do.
Okay, so tell me what he can do. And by the way, his eyes are the best eyes I've seen on any Grogu yet.
Well, he's very flattered by that. We have 6 different touch sensors on this guy. So, of course, you've got his head with a double tap for the Force.
Oh. Amazing.
And then if you touch either of his hands and give him a little handshake, he'll give a wave.
Oh, he's got wrist movement and everything.
Mm-hmm. And then both of his cheeks, too.
No way.
A little nuzzly.
Oh, he's got little teeth and everything.
Buddy.
Oh, my God.
And then one of our favorite ways to interact you're seeing now, which is he will turn to whoever's speaking and make it feel really engaged with those big eyes looking around.
He has the ability to know where the sound's coming from, and wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll kind of babble back as you talk to him. This is kind of his full normal play mode where everything is active. So we've got our suite of touch sensors. You can interact with him that way.
Yeah.
He's asking, he wants to be picked up. He wants an uppie right now, but sorry, buddy, later. He's a demanding little guy. But in full mode play, you get all of the bells and whistles that really bring the character into your house.
Oh my gosh.
And then we've got some other modes of play. So we have one mode that's more suitable if you're taking him on the go, if you're going to take him to a cosplay or something like that. So we've actually given you a situation where the mics aren't quite as active, so so he won't over engage, and he'll be able to interact very well via touch. And then his little feet he won't wander off on you, so he'll stay put.
I love this. So you had meetings around a whiteboard thinking each of you to yourselves, what would I want to do with Grogu if I was out in the world and wanted to do X, Y, and Z?
Yeah, and then finally we were like, well, a lot of times he's going to be active in your house, but he's like a toddler, so when you can't watch him, you'll probably want him on display. So we've got a cool, nice display mode. You can put him in, and you can even power him via USB-C if you want. And as you have him on your shelf, you can tap his head or touch his hand to change kind of his poses. So if you want to pose in a Force, or if you want to pose with his little ears down looking adorable, you can kind of cycle through, each work call you do with him in the background, he could be doing something different.
Yeah, he won't be interrupting in all of his busyness.
Right. Amazing. It must be kind of not feeling like work to go into work and have a bunch of Grogus wandering around.
It's kind of a lot of work because you got to watch them all.
Right. And you must still be discovering things. I mean, you're trying to also product test it. You're running it through its paces and seeing where efficiencies might still be found.
Oh yeah, and then people can vouch. I will be like, I've never seen you do that before, and I've spent more hours looking at him than maybe anyone.
And you will be like, what is that?
Yeah.
And figure out why he's
from?
doing that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. So you're like the Grogu doctor, too.
Yeah.
You're the behavioral specialist.
Yeah. He blinks wrong, and I can tell you what's up.
There's a lot of challenges around, I'm sure you're familiar with this. There's a lot of challenges around getting his aesthetic and keeping his little face looking just how it should, but getting those eyes to rotate and not having it do something that looks like really off-putting or just kind of collapses his brow. That took a lot of experimentation.
That's the thing that gave me the most mad respect for what the folks, the engineers and the craftspeople at Legacy achieved. Was that I know that over the course of the film, I'm looking at maybe 20 different Grogus, and they all feel exactly the same. Having, glued a face on mine, it took us 5 tries over 2 days.
Right.
It was completely, and any mistake you make, I like to joke when I cosplay as Chewbacca, if you get Chewbacca's hair wrong, he's Joe Baca. And no one cares about Joe Baca. Everyone wants Chewbacca. This must be the same. There might have been parts where he came back from the first factory tests and you were like, this is never going to work.
Yes. Yes, he's come a long way. We've tried a lot of different versions. Something that's kind of unique when you get into production, to your point, you need that consistency as we're going to be making more and more of these. So one of the things, as we have this full soft head, which is the first time we've done something this complex in relation to a sculpt and
Yeah.
the shape of it, as well as this much in terms of the animation and the ranges we're getting. You had to be really careful about where you clip and where you attach the soft skin to his undershell.
Right.
So that you can get that consistent.
I remember hearing from an animatronics artist that their goal in animatronics is the least amount of glue points possible to allow the skin to move. But you need a little more robustness out of this thing.
Yep. Yeah, so that's a real, because ideally you start with your first model and nothing is glued or attached. And you're like, this is
The cheeks are all-
phenomenal.
right,
But
oh, right,
it
yeah.
moves great and it's all organic and you're like, that looks great. And then you're like, wait, how am I going to make this so everybody can have one and they all look the same? So we did have to experiment with kind of where we do those attachments. And one of the things that was pretty important is like we love his little nose and we love as his little mouth moves. You get a little motion in that nose.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to attach around there. So we
Fair.
could kind of have that little wiggle is so endearing. But it was cool. I mean, we've got all the sounds from entertainment and all the new sounds like put into this guy. So we were able to kind of put them in combinations that are consistent with like what you saw in entertainment, but then we were able to kind of mix those up to do some little different interactions to keep him fresh and new as well.
Is there a remote control that you guys have for actually controlling him? Are there accessories for him?
Yeah, so we have 2 different accessories. We wanted to keep all of the main play local to him through cap sensors, but we have a couple of bonuses, so I can go and grab those.
Yeah. As she grabs those, one of the other things we have on board with him too is he can react to if he loves to ask for uppies. And if you pick him up, he reacts. He has an accelerometer on board. So if you fly him around, he'll get excited. You can tip him upside down, see what happens.
Can I try?
Sure. Yeah, let's see if we can get him to ask for an uppie. Oh, so he wants to be picked up. Go ahead.
All right. Oh. Wow. Hello.
He's excited. Yeah, he likes adventure, so you can shake him around a little bit. He'll get pretty excited.
All right. Maybe I'm being a little rough with. Oh, hi. Oh my God.
You give him a little. You give him a little kind of thump in the back when he's done his toddle
Good
there.
job.
He kind of does a little hiccup chirp at you.
Want to make sure we had some of that like key character sass in there.
Oh man, I'm really feeling like a sense of a character when I'm staring at him in the eyes. This is it's perfectly uncanny. I'm so excited about this.
Yeah, this is definitely, this was a challenging one, I think, to get right. Coming from really having a character that everybody knows so well and really is excited about and has an expectation around, as well as just being able to build all of the mechanism and robustness and the range of motion we wanted in the ears and his little arms, like he's real scale, so he's pretty big, but they're still pretty small when you get to it. So being able to build that mechanism in there had a lot of challenges.
Of course, Grogu is getting into more and more adventures and has different accessories, different things he's interacting with. His food play is some of his biggest personality. He loves his cookie.
Cookie.
So if you give it a little squeeze, he recognizes it. What do you say? Do you want to bite?
He's a big show-off.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's offering it to me.
Yeah, go ahead and take
Amazing.
it.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, it vibrates.
He doesn't want to share, actually.
There you go. You can have it back there.
And then if you hold up the little bite mark to his mouth, he will actually eat it.
Oh, really? Should I do that? Oh, he totally will. Is he chewing a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
if you feed him again
Yeah.
with the little bite mark. Oh. It's exciting. He wants his cookie back because I took it from him.
The walking is incredible. It's such a really evocative amount of movement.
Yeah, so if you feed him his cookie, he'll do a little chew. Oh, a little,
Was that a burp?
Yeah.
Excellent.
And if you end up feeding him his cookie a couple times in a row, would you like to do the honors?
Of course, he starts filling up.
Oh.
And every time you give him a little pat on the back, you're going to get different burps out of him.
More than one burp.
Yeah.
How many burps total?
Ooh, I think 6.
There's a lot of birds.
Yeah.
He likes his snacks.
This is going to take over like the doll baby market as well.
Right.
Yeah, we want to make sure there was something for everyone in here. And then, of course, one of the big magic moments
Oh, sorry, buddy.
is he's going to use the Force on his cookie to try and get it back if you take it away from him.
That's him trying to bring it back.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He's
So-
not quite there yet,
No,
but
no.
we're working on it.
Oh my gosh. So if you've had a whole bunch of these in the office, you've seen them dance together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That must be amazing. You're among the very few people that get to see like 6 or 8 Grogus or more.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
wanted to make sure we built it out a little bit for anyone who's at a con and makes a friend, that they could have that experience too.
So the Grogus recognize each other?
Yes.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
What an amazing kind of play.
Well, we have a second one here if you want to
Yes.
bring him out
Oh,
and show him
totally.
off, because we know you'll have one and we have one.
Nothing will make me happier.
All right, buddy. I guess I should say buddies. Got 2 of you here. Excited to see his friend.
All right, you want to give everyone a wave? Or burp, that's okay too. So they will sync up and wave to each other and to everyone around them. And then if we do the Force activation,
Uh-huh.
they are ready to charge in together.
Wow. Oh, that's great.
He's turning towards his friend.
Yeah, you can tell he's there.
That wrist movement is perfect.
It's funny, the whole team coming together. Everybody kind of has, their area that they get really excited or passionate about. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, we definitely need to build this part into here, or we definitely need to make sure this feature's in here. And I think it's that collective love of the character and everybody working together. You get such a deep, fun experience.
Oh, he's back. Yeah, he's in the safe zone now. Okay, I'm dying to know about the engineering and how you guys achieve this. This I just don't even see how it's possible. MJ, you're the product designer on this magnificence. I don't even know where to begin. I mean, there's 25 servos in the real Grogu. How many are in yours?
Well, we started off with many, many servos. Mel can probably explain in our
sure.
production exploration. But,
Yeah, so similarly, when we start creating, a Grogu like this, we'll start off with a model where we have a ton of servos in there to
Right.
really figure out and dissect how we want those motions to be and where we want the pivot points.
So you get it right before you get it finalized so that you know what right is.
Exactly.
Amazing. Okay,
Yep.
so that gives you a
Several
North
times.
Star of okay, we want this part of this expression, things like that.
Yep, that's how we'll do it. And it's a real collaborative process between engineering and design, because at the same time, we've got our designer over here working on the sculpt and
Right.
how the aesthetics have to look, right?
Yeah,
So-
it definitely has to, match. We're trying to match the movie as close as possible, show as close as possible. So it's a lot of back and forth with all the details for sure.
And also in matching the movie as close as possible, there's also matching the movie movement, which is not the same as the movie topography. So I'm curious, it looks to me like there's maybe some design efficiencies in the sculpt to allow it to accommodate the exact mechanics you guys have.
Yeah, totally. I don't know if you've seen the amazing diagram we have.
I haven't engaged with this very much. Okay, so yeah, talk to me through this incredible diagram.
Yeah, so this is just showing you a little bit of a cutaway of the internals, what's behind what looks so cute and adorable and what's really running him here. So you can kind of see there's a lot of different mechanism we did with the different motor drives. So we have independent drives of his walking. So
okay.
a lot of people think that he might have wheels or something like that, but this little guy actually has little toes and little feet.
No way!
Toenails.
And he literally can lift
Yeah.
one at a time and
Yeah.
move
So he
himself
does,
forward and
Yeah,
backwards.
and we do have
Yeah.
a little padding here, so he's got a
Yeah.
little extra
Oh, just to
grip.
give him a little
yeah,
grip,
right.
right.
Depending on the surfaces you have, it really depends.
He seems to be doing great, and this is a
Yeah.
super slippery surface.
And something that's fun, it goes to the design and attention to detail. You get his little
His little
paw
pads.
pads and his little decoed toenails.
Those pads are going to get dirty. They're going to look totally awesome.
Yeah, right. He's gone on adventures.
So one motor for each foot. How many
Yeah.
motors for the rest of his body and head movement?
Sure. So we've got a motor that drives a lot of his head motion. And then we've also got another motor that handles all of his. He has a torso twist and his body motion and his arm motions. Something that's
You've only described 2 other motors. That's it? One motor for the head and one for the body?
that's how we do it.
That's insane! So am I looking at a mechanical computer in each of these locations, effectively?
Yeah.
Holy cow. You said cam stack off camera. You weren't lying.
Exactly.
This works like an old automata.
It does.
Wow, that's incredible efficiency.
Yeah, and something that's kind of neat that we do as we're driving these cam systems to create all that motion and that head motion.
Right.
We'll design in, areas of forgiveness so that he'll be a little more robust as you're using him, but also gives you kind of some flexibility.
So you
and
can't
some
break
wiggle.
his mechanism by cuddling him.
Exactly. So we'll have kind of an
No,
S bend in there, so we've got some give
Yeah.
through his ears, and as he moves, the goal here is like we don't ever want to make a mechanical system that looks too robotic, right? We want him to try to look organic and look like the character, and all those little joints, and as he toddles, he's wiggling along, like that stuff we worked really hard on trying to create and carry forward, like from what we've seen in the props, to carry it to this version.
Obviously, the whole team try to capture all those sweet, endearing moments, like those combinations of eye blinks with the ears, just to get that right emotion and expression of him. So, like each animation we did, I think we have a giant Excel sheet with a ton of comments for each animation. Even the little foot movements we noticed. At first, this is like an exploration. Oh, we love the toddle, but as we were playing, we noticed the little foot bump that he does every once in a while. It gives him that extra like oomph when he's doing the force.
Amazing.
Or like, when he's looking up at you, that little extra uplift, like just really helps exaggerate the emotion that we wanted to express in even those little eye blinks, like staring at you every once in a while. So he's not just like posed.
No, I felt it. When he looked at me, I got a little like, ooh.
Yeah.
I'm also imagining that as you were testing out each of these different cam stacks for different kinds of movement, that there might be one you try and all of a sudden he looks totally wrong, and you have to figure out why.
Yeah.
Is that sort of
Claire's
part of that
great
process?
at being like, oh, that's not right. Like she knows like the timing. Yeah, totally.
And sometimes we'll have a vision of animation or a motion we want him to do, and then we'll go through and write, we call it like puppeteering code. We'll write the code to bring that to life, and we'll sit down and watch it. And that's not going to be what we do. Like it's not working with him. So you've got to kind of learn your mechanism and really learn how to create that and kind of have that back and forth and balance of what works with the product and the character.
Now, given that these are cam stacks inside of here, does that mean he can only do motions in a specific sequence, either forward or reverse?
Yep.
And you have to script those to combine them so it doesn't feel like I'm watching just a set of the same things happening. Wow.
And that was great about the servo model. We would play around with the combinations of movements first, and we'd be like, oh, we just love that endearing ear down, the ears down with the eyes closed with the hands out. So Mel can show you.
So so kind of what I'm just talking about is we'll find those motions that we really love. Like this is just an example of his head. Yeah. And we'll take those key frames and really think about, how do we want this to animate? Like, does he need to giggle? Does he need to burp? How should those eye blinks go? And arrange essentially a chart that stacks up our cams so that we can have areas that we'll drive in and out of to create those different areas. So, there might be an area where like, oh, this spot's going to be really great if he's babbling or if he's eating. We'll like be down in here and we'll puppeteer in there. Or if there's a different area, obviously when you see his eyes closed and his ears down, like he's going to be doing the force there, right? So we'll kind of go over and do a puppeteering sequence that's probably mostly in this area. And we kind of dynamically go back and forth. When he wants an uppie, he's going to be up over in here, right? Like looking up at you with his little ears like.
Oh, man. And now I also know, like, the real Grogu is made of some very advanced and carefully bespoke cast rubbers that have deadeners and all sorts of things to look like flesh. You guys have much higher restrictions on flexibility. Talk to me about the development of his skin. How did you, that must have been a process.
It was quite a process. So we had, our first kind of servo models that weren't 100% the full sculpt. And then we started working, direct from reference, to get it all accurate. Once we have that outside shape, we had to try to figure out the internals and how they were going to all incorporate, like Mel was talking about earlier. So we create prototype tools for it first,
Right.
especially because of this type of material. We need the flexibility and durability too, because it's production
Yeah.
toy. So that was actually a lot of back and forth. I think we might have made a few prototype tools
I would
and
imagine.
alterations. So
And a
it's
prototype
quite
tool is still a really laborious process.
It is.
yes. And
So it's not like someone can whip up a new head
It
head
did take
sculpt.
quite a while, yeah. And then
Right.
we'd wait, then we'd get a model, test it, and then if there were some tweaks, we went back and forth a lot about the eyebrow area and
Yeah.
how the eyes would open and close.
And you've added in some topography on the inside to help with movement.
Yes, yeah. So as the lids are going down, it's pulling the material, and sometimes it's a strain on the motor as well. So it was quite a back and forth on like how much material you leave loose, but not have too many wrinkles. So yeah, it was a lot of work with the whole team.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's wild during the development process because to your point, the tools do take some time and iteration
Yeah.
to make. So we definitely had tools along the way with like one eye that might be trying this thing and another eye that might
Yeah.
be trying.
So you're just these hybrids.
And you're getting a little
Marvelous.
bit of a hybrid to try to decide which eye modification or which ridge in here might be helping us versus
Someone's going to
hurting
find this
that.
50 years from now. I have no idea how to unpack it. There's also significant engineering going on in the clothing.
Yes.
I have, obviously, getting Grogu past his own cloak is quite difficult.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talk
Very
to me about
challenging.
that.
Yeah. So the team, we wanted to start with like our absolute golden aesthetic that we
Yeah.
wanted, and then from there we had a lot of mechanism challenges. So I don't know how many outfits we had gone through back and forth. Even just the armpit area is
Yes.
quite a challenge with the raising of the arms, with the force. You don't want to strain the motor too much because, it's production.
And even something as light as
quality.
fabric can overstrain the motor.
And it was a lot of back and forth.
So you have
working
to
with the
accommodate
team.
movement in there without changing its profile or how it
Yeah.
looks.
And it could be a 1/4 inch change with a seam. Like it
Wow.
was kind of crazy the variety you would get. Yeah. So we did a lot of explore, and then especially along the edge, like if this caught too much on the
Right.
hand, that might pull.
Oh,
So
right.
we went back and forth on the length of the sleeve. The inner. We have our inner sleeve as well.
Can we
So-
look at this arm here?
Yeah. So I do have inside one of the coolest parts. I like a lot of the mechanism, but one of the coolest parts is because his arm is so small, and we wanted to pack a lot in there. We actually ended up going forward to drive this wrist and arm articulation. Oops, it's little driving
Oh, yeah.
pulleys, but he'll work without them. You kind of
It's
get
cable-driven.
a cable drive.
And a push-pull.
Yep, so that'll give his little force hand and his little wave. And then you'll have another cable drive that does the turn as well.
Dude. And you were able to remove enough slack from a Spectraline like that in order to get it to be production worthy.
Yep.
That's amazing. That
Yeah.
feels like new and cool.
It's pretty wild, and it takes you've got to be so mindful of how you're designing this, because to your point on the assembly line, you're gonna do sub-assembly to sub-assembly,
Right,
and then you got to
right.
be able to tension these right at the end so that you can pull those through and get them screwed in real tight, so they'll actually slip in through here and they're attached.
Oh my God. The engine, like all of my engineering has only dealt with the first 1% of this kind of thing. Everything after that just seems to be like, it takes so long. You've got to wait for tools to be made. It must, I would imagine it could feel hard at some times to like hold on to the center of it for a while.
And you notice you can see these components.
Yeah.
So in order to keep this here, we actually did sew the fabric along the.
So you give them
Yeah.
a little
Because we didn't want people to see that
No.
transition, so we did.
That's a
yeah,
beautiful
so
little
we-
attention to detail.
Yeah, so
We
he has
cover
his
that
little
up,
inner
so-
That's
sleeve
so
to
much
kind
better.
of make it seem more finished and like a character.
Also, I'm assuming this is a different kind of rubber than this, but it has this really lovely translucency to it.
Yeah, we worked hard on these hands. MJ really liked that getting the texture in there as
Yeah.
well
Yeah.
as that soft feel.
Totally.
That was definitely
Yeah.
a challenge coming from MJ. She's like,
Yeah.
how can we got to get all the sensors in there. We got to be able to do this. We got to deco
Yeah.
it. We got to it has to be soft touch.
You gotta squishy.
Amazing.
You need
And then
squishy fingers, right?
You need a
Like,
pogo
little
pin
bit,
in
yeah.
the next iteration
Yeah.
so we can pick up a lightsaber and light it up. That's just my suggestion.
Yeah.
This is amazing. I love push-pull mechanisms. They are so awesome. Oh my gosh.
And hidden inside here is magnets as well.
Yeah.
So like there's quite a lot
Right. So we
going
can,
on the end.
I don't
That's
want to
alright.
start destroying it.
It's fine. It just slides back in. It's fixable.
Oh man.
Yeah. So yeah, he does have. We do magnets to actually identify the cookie.
Yeah.
So theoretically, if you had something magnetic, maybe
Amazing.
hold it in there.
fair. Let's see here. Oh! He could totally hold the wrench. Oh my God. I want him to help me in my shop. All right, Adam, you oversaw this project from the Lucasfilm side. Will you talk to me about how Lucasfilm and you in particular helped shepherd this project into being?
Yeah, it's been a great process. Like we were talking earlier, is like we work really closely. So we supplied them images and files from Legacy and a lot of film imagery and stuff. We also, last year, it's kind of fun, at Comic-Con last year at San Diego,
Yeah.
we were able to have one of the actual props. So the team flew out from Hasbro,
Yeah.
and we took a lot of photos. We took a lot of PMS color swatches, a lot of photos. So that way they were able to bring this as much, as close to possible of what the actual product looks like, from the film.
So when they bring you, Lucasfilm, a technical solution, you're engaging with it not just like it's right or it's wrong. You're understanding all their manufacturing difficulties, the
Yeah.
compromises that need to be made, and you're helping them find the correct solution through that maze.
Yeah, I mean, coming from a toy design background, I understood that, so I've traveled to Hong Kong, in the factories a lot, so I understand what their limitations are.
Yeah.
But also trying to keep the integrity of the character and what, Grogu is to people. And I think with what they've, created here definitely hits on all of those marks.
I don't think people realize the stakes of something like this, but you get the cute right, and then everyone just keeps falling in love with this thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's so great about it is like you say, and we had legacy effects, molds and stuff that we supplied with them, and then with the costume as well too, we were able to actually feel the costume, so we could get a lot of this great texture in here.
Right.
When you look at it on screen, you don't realize that there's 3 different types of material.
Yeah.
So we built in right here, this fabric here is one way, and this is a completely different piece of fabric. It's a different style, and that was actually on, the prop from the film.
But you had to choose fabrics also that were light enough that could be manipulated by
Yeah.
these motors, which I'd imagine there are plenty of fabrics that are too heavy for you.
Yeah, and we were nervous, we didn't have like the hefty, thick canvas, but we worked with Adam to like find a great material and texture. So he was even on site looking at all the samples with us. So it was actually great to like, all decide and choose, what we're gonna use. And we even added like, I don't know if you could see, it's subtle, but like a light textured weathering and printing that has a gradation all the way down as well. So it's like location printing on top of
neat.
it too. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
wow, location printing
And that
on
was
the
several
pattern.
rounds. Yeah. So we
Yeah.
actually would do test runs and samples.
Oh, right, I can see.
You got to
Yeah,
get
on the
just the
bottom.
right shade.
See, I'm going to be
of-
airbrushing mine the second it comes out of the box.
And then, right, we had to pick a fabric that also had some really nice fraying along
Yeah,
the edges too, because
yeah.
some of them don't, like when they get laser cut or something, it doesn't have that nice effect. So it was a very particular fabric that the team had to decide on.
Watching The Mandalorian and Grogu, I was realizing, because there's like 30 minutes of the movie, it's just puppets on screen. It's so amazing.
amazing.
And I realized watching it that one of the things that makes Yoda so awesome is the triumph of Yoda being rubber and plastic and mechanics. And yet Frank Oz is able to breathe life,
Yeah.
just like Legacy breathed life into those creatures. And you guys are doing the same thing. You're using all sorts of technology and tons of lead time to create an emotional performance at the end of it.
Lots of trial and error
Lots
as
of
well.
trial and error.
And a whole team. It's been a huge team.
You must all feel like proud parents getting ready to launch these into the world.
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, when they just launched it, online, it was one of those things where I was nervous. I think we were all nervous,
Yeah.
waiting to see,
You never know.
Yeah. But I mean, you see it here. When you see it on video is one thing, but when you see it in person, it's a completely different experience.
It is something else. Adam, MJ, this is just so thrilling. Thank you so much.
Oh,
the
thank
whole
you.
team should be deservedly proud of this incredible achievement. He's magnificent.
Yeah, Hasbro, they did an amazing job.
Oh my gosh, thank you for having us.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so inspired. 2 Grogus in our house. Hey, if you enjoyed that video, you might really enjoy this one too.